Hi everyone, Josie here, Life at 50 and Beyond. Thanks for joining me here on my channel. Today I have another Dollar Tree DIY for you, and it's an organizer. And here is the finished project. And there are so many uses. This is another multi-function organizer. So for this DIY, you will need two of these shower caddies. And these are from Dollar Tree. And I'll be listing in the description box below all the materials that I used for this project. Okay, you will also need two of these square, shallow trays. And you will need a plunger. I know, what will I do with this plunger, right? But stick around to find out. I'm using zip ties again, hot glue gun and glue sticks, scissors or wire cutters, and a hacksaw for me. But if you have like a circular saw, you already have a hand saw at home, go for it and use it. Basically what you're gonna do is connect this together. So the idea is you're gonna zip tie this at the bottom and then one on the top. In order for the shower caddy to connect flush to the basket or this container, I am going to be creating notches, one on each side. So I'm going to be marking off where I'm going to be doing the cuts, one on the left and one on the right, and I'm going to be repeating the same process on the other side. As you could see, I actually started or attempted to connect this with a zip tie, and then I realized it's tilted, so because of the lip that is blocking the way. So I'm going to be removing my shower caddy first. I'm going to leave that zip tie there because I can still use that and insert it later. So first I attempted with a cutter or box cutter. It should work, I think, but I think my wrist is not strong enough. So I'm going to be using my Dollar Tree sharp scissors. And I swear by this because I can cut anything here and it's very sharp, as you can see. So all I'm doing is just cutting or creating the notch. Okay, and now you can bend it up. See? Before you connect everything, create your notches already. You're also gonna mark the same notches here, and what you can do is kind of like line them up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark the other side. Okay, so I marked the other side as well. See this? Mark them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mark the other basket. I'm going to mark it so that it's aligned. Same thing on the other side where I made the cut. And that way they're even. Then just make your cut. And there, see? Yeah, so that you're able to bend it like that. Bend it up. So you don't really have to cut this portion here. You can just flip it up so that it can just adjust up. In my opinion, see? So that there it is. See that notch? Just leave it here. Save your energy. Let's go back to this, the one that I created earlier. Let's insert this again because it's still loose. Make sure that it's flush there. See? Now, it's gonna be able to stand straight because it has a space to push closer, like so. Yeah. Like that. See? Let's go ahead and tie more zip. So I'm going to go ahead and tie this one on this side here, making sure I'm always level. Okay, that the feet will not be higher and will not be lower. It has to be the same height. So just whatever hole will line up with with the leg. It doesn't have to be exactly what I chose because now no two containers are identical. Yeah. So I'm gonna tie here, close to here, and then close to here, and then maybe to here, and then wherever you want, as long as it will make it sturdier, go ahead and do so. So now I'm going to be targeting this hole here, which is a little tight. Okay, but it's still going to work. And then pull it out. See here? Then go ahead and see any hole that will be the tightest spot. Okay, here. Okay, see that? You're seeing this, and then I will connect it. So just pull it out, pull it closer. Here we go. Make it as tight as possible already as you're building it. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the same, do the same method here. Flush, flush, okay? Same level as the bottom of the basket. Now for the top basket, I'm going to go ahead and also connect the side of the wire caddy, the shower caddy, kind of like aligning it in the same manner as I did on the bottom basket or shelf. So since I want it to be, I want to give this bottom part a lot more clearance, so that is why I'm not exactly aligning here, but I'm going to be aligning the top here, okay, where it kind of starts with an angle or bend. There you go. Good thing about zip, you can adjust it while it's still loose, so not tighten it too much yet, don't lock that in too much. And then now I'm going to be putting this here, okay? Like I said, since I want the clearance high for this and really align this to where it has a corner or where it bends, I'm going to use this, tie it here. You see this hole? This hole here, put it there, and then connect this to here. So what I'm doing is I'm knotting this on the top here, right? On the top line or wire, whatever you call it. And hook this up here. Yeah, let me just show it to you again here on the other side. See? That curve is on the notch. And then I'm using this, okay? And then I'm tying it here, not after this wire on top, so that it will not slide down. See here? So no matter what you put on top, it's not gonna slide down. This is going to catch it. So that's kind of like a sort of a trap for it. Okay? So even if you push it, it's not gonna slide down. So now here, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same steps on the other side. Now, let me just tell you, while making this, because this is the first time I'm making this, and since these baskets aren't flush, you know, there's a little bit of an angle or tapering, I am going to go ahead and end up cutting the bottom connections. The last side that I was going to connect was not going to hold up, or it's going to buckle, kind of like the bottom basket or shelf. So I'm going to be releasing all the bottom zip ties. So I'm just going to end up with just the top zip ties on both shelves. So I've decided to release the bottom because that's the problem when it's not flush or straight. Now, probably if I hadn't tied the zip so tight or too tight on the bottom portions, then I wouldn't have this problem. But since I did, and sometimes you really needed to tighten it anyway for a better hold, so now I've decided to just remove the bottom zip ties. So my daughter's boyfriend cut this for me using the hacksaw that I purchased at Dollar Tree. So we just estimated the measurement so that I can get at least an inch only, an inch overhang on each side. And what he's done is that he has this Dremel, I don't know what you call it, grinder or sander, and then he sanded it. I'm going to go ahead and paint this, but you can leave this in its natural color, but I've decided to paint it white. Choose this acrylic paint. It's a matte acrylic paint that I got at Walmart. And I'm just going to use this. Okay, so now that my handle is done, it's dry and it's painted, it's a perfect fit. Let's make sure that it's the same distance on each side. And I'm going to pull it up like that. Before I connect them, I am going to push it up some more so that it'll fit perfectly. And this one actually can bend. You can easily kind of adjust it so that it will fit, and then you will be able to fit it a little snugly compared to the one earlier. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my zip ties to anchor them. I'm using the longer zip ties that you get at Dollar Tree for 30 pieces in a pack, and then I'm just going to go ahead and create kind of like a stopper at the bottom of each side of the handle so that it will not fall down. You can leave it as is for a cleaner and sleeker look, for cleaner lines, but you can also use this. And I have this as leftover from my other previous DIY organizer, which I'm going to be linking in the upper right hand corner. And this is the mop strings, okay? So I'm just going to tie it or wound it around. And to be honest, you can also use the nautical rope, but since I don't want to waste anything and I have a lot of these mop strings, I'm using it instead. That's the last step. Now that my caddy is complete, I am going to go ahead and use it and organize my planners here. I'm using one skinny basket to hold all my washies, and then the other one, that's where I'm going to put my highlighters and then my colored pens, and then I'm just going to go and insert them inside or on top of the bottom shelf of each of the caddy. As you can see, it fits perfect. And on each side of the top portion of the caddy, I have the journals or my planners on the left side, and on the right side are my envelopes for my stickers. And here are some of my colored pens, and I'm putting them in this basket like I said earlier, and that's what's going to be on the left side of my caddy. At the bottom shelf, I placed my composition notebooks. That's where I do my planning for my YouTube channel. I want to maximize the top portion. I'm trying out these two gray containers or baskets that I also got at Dollar Tree, but since they're too wide because of the rims, I'm doing a stacking method here because they can stack up. If you don't know, if you have this container, it's really good, so you can stack them up and then put one on top of each other. So I'm thinking maybe I can use this to hold my receipts, because sometimes I just dump them everywhere on top of my table. So instead of having my table cluttered, I'm gonna put my receipts there. Now if you want to use the top part to add more functionality as an office organizer, so I've used this file sorter or organizer that you can also get at Dollar Tree in their home office or I think school supply sections. You can also organize your mail, your incoming, your outgoing, your bills, and just use the folder. I'm going to put my traveler's notebook or another journal, and of course I'm just going to use that top portion where there's a basket to hold my receipts or sort my receipts instead of those two stackable baskets. This way I have more things on top. In this setup, I'm using this as a buffet caddy. It's great for entertaining your guests, especially if you're using those disposables. You can organize them in one area. And then I'm using the bottom for bowls, you know, for soup, for desserts. Maybe you can put those small plates, paper plates for desserts. And then I have those paper cups as well. Using the steel die cut organizer that I also got at Dollar Tree. And it's a perfect fit along with this magazine basket or holder, which can hold the larger paper plates. And it fits perfectly. Condiments, I put them here in the skinny basket, so anyone who needs some ketchup, and then if they want something hot and some soy sauce and other things, you can put. And if you're serving hot drinks, you can also put your creamer and sugar packets there as well. Which reminds me, you can actually use this to organize your hot drink station. You can put your cups at the bottom because they're heavy. And last but not the least, I just want to show you how you can use this, especially those of you who are living in the dorm or in small shared spaces. You can use this to organize your essentials. It's kind of like a mini pantry on top of your microwave, on top of your mini refrigerator. So that's it, folks. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're going to make one and what are you going to use it for. This is multifunction. There are so many uses. I'm going to be listing them in the description box below. Have a great day, everyone, and I will talk to you again on my next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.